Today, I want to compare and contrast 7 loan providers, 7 lenders that help you actually get loans for bad or fair credit, fast approval. Okay, this is really good. So we're talking about LendingTree, Upstart, LendingClub, Credible, SoFi, LiveStream, and OneMain. Don't you go anywhere. You're going to love this mega comparison. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to compare and contrast 7 players when it comes to big loans and fast approval, okay, for bad credit or fair credit. Let me start with LendingTree. So when you think about LendingTree, I want you to think about one thing. This is a loan marketplace, not a direct lender. They're not going to give you the money directly, but they are working with a network of lenders to give you the loans that you need, okay? And they cater to folks who have a bad credit or fair credit, not a problem. So the process is very simple. So they have a soft pull, okay? And the soft pull is designed to actually see if you pre-qualify for the loans. And once you do, you apply for real, and your loan application will be dispatched to a network of lenders, okay? And so how do LendingTree personal loans work? Well, you can use the loans for a variety of purposes. They have no restriction whatsoever about how you can use the loans or how you can use the loan proceeds, okay? You can take out a personal loan to fund your wedding, for example. You can add an addition to your house, or you can consolidate credit card debt. It's totally up to you. And the loans are generally unsecured, which means what? You don't have to put up any of your personal property as collateral. You don't have to put it up as collateral, okay? And the thing is that they will actually, again, they will work with their network of lenders to make sure they give you the loan that you need, okay? And when you think about the loan amounts on LendingTree, you are talking about $1,000 to $50,000, $1,000 to $50,000, and I repeat that they cater to folks who have bad credit. Also, not a problem. Okay. Now, to qualify for LendingTree loans, you actually have to pre-qualify your name, your birthday, your address, your phone number, your email address, the last 4 digits of your social, your income before taxes, your employment status, your residence status, desired loan amounts, your estimated credit score, your recent pay stubs, proof of citizenship or resident status. By the way, this is not for pre-qualification. This is too long, but this is for qualification. So once you pass the pre-qualification steps and they want you and you want to move forward, they will ask you the info that I just listed. So overall, LendingTree is really safe for personal loans. They are a great company. They have been around for a while, and they have great customer service. So we definitely recommend LendingTree. Let me talk to you now about Upstart. So when you think about Upstart is a direct lender. They're not a marketplace lender, okay? And what we love with Upstart is that they use artificial intelligence to actually screen borrowers, okay? And the cool thing is that even though they're not a loan marketplace, they still help you. They actually help you as a borrower get the loan you need. They will connect you with the partner lenders. So they have a partnership with lenders, okay? And what we love is that their AI-driven modules or AI-driven tools will actually screen more than 1,500 non-conventional variables like college education, for example, to increase access to loans, which is really great if you ask me. This is just fantastic, okay? And so who is Upstart best for? Well, if you have a fair credit, I'm talking about a score of at least 600. It's kind of cool. They will help you get the loan that you need, okay? Now, the loan amounts vary by states because of regulations, but you can use the cash for a lot of things. You can use the cash for credit card consolidation, debt consolidation, wedding loans, moving loans, medical loans, home improvement. You can pay off student loans, for if you want to do that, okay? And so here are the details. When we talk about Upstart, we are talking about loans that go from $1,000 to $50,000. $100,000. Okay, and now there are some let's say some state-specific minimums. For example, in Massachusetts, the minimum is 7,000. In Ohio, 6,000. In New Mexico, 5,100. In Georgia, 3,100. So be aware of that. And the maturity here, the terms are 36 or 60 months. So we're talking about what? 3 or 5 years. And the APR goes from 5.4% to 35.99%. Okay, this is something you need to think about beforehand. And if you want to qualify for an Upstart personal loan, you really have to. You have to meet the credit score requirements. So they want to pay attention to your credit score itself, your debt to income ratio, whether you have had any bankruptcies or delinquent account in the past, and the number of credit report inquiries in the last 6 months. Okay, 6 months, very important. And they will actually they'll take a look at your income. And if you want to have a co-signer or co-applicant, they can also take care of that. And remember that with the Upstart, they will actually pre-qualify you with a soft pull. They will verify your bank account, so you need to have a bank account, and you just have to await approval. Okay, and this can take about 3 days if you have all the documentation. Let me quickly talk to you about Credible. The question is Credible a credible company? Yeah, they are. They're a legit company. They've been around for a while. But similar to LendingTree, Credible is a lender marketplace. In other words, they don't lend to you directly. They just have the platform. They have the context, the operational context ready for you to get the loan that you need from one of their partner lenders. Okay, it's important. And one thing I want to say here is that they actually work with a lot of lenders, including large financial institutions like Discover, SoFi, Marcus by Goldman Sachs, and Upstart that I just talked about. Okay, and you can use a personal loan from Credible for several reasons. Okay, you can plan a wedding, you can refinance credit card debt, you can consolidate other debts, you can improve your homes, home improvements, career development, business startups, car financing, vacation, and so on and so forth. What we love with Credible is that they are really generous in terms of the loan amounts. Think about it. You can borrow from $600 to $100,000. That's just fantastic. $100,000. Okay, that's the maximum. And the loan term, the maturity here, 12 to 84 months. Again, it's very good. We're talking about 1 year to 7 years. Fantastic. And the APR can go from 3.49%, okay, to 35.99%. This is really, really good. So when you think about it, this is really good, okay? So one thing you need to understand, and I've said this before, Credible itself does not lend money, okay? They are a lender marketplace. They just simplify the process for you in terms of loan shopping, okay? So you don't have to apply at multiple places, okay? So all you have to do is that there are a lot of tools that are great on Credible. You have a personal loan calculator. They have a range of loan rates that they will show to you. You can sign up for Credible, okay? So you actually get the information that you need. They want you to have a credit score that ranges from 600 to 620. If you have 620, that's kind of cool, okay? They'll ask for the usual data, right? Your name, birthday, social security number, your estimated credit score, annual income before taxes, the amount you want to borrow, okay, the purpose of the loan, okay, your education information, and your debt to income ratio. They'll ask you that. And once you do that, you just have to select the best loan offer. So when you pre-qualify, they will actually give you a constellation of loan offers. You have to choose one, okay? And you just have to start working with a partner lender. So overall, Credible is safe, okay? They have excellent customer service, not a problem, and they've been around for the last 10 years. Fantastic. I want to talk to you about SoFi. SoFi is really great, and one thing I want to say is when you think about SoFi, there are a lot of interesting things about SoFi. So SoFi, basically, their loan terms go from 2 to 7 years. Okay, you got to know that right off the bat. 2 to 7 years. The loan amounts are very generous. You're looking at $500 to $100,000. Sorry, $5,000 to $100,000. Okay, that's the delta we're looking at here. The APR goes from 6.99% to 22.23%. Okay, and the minimum credit score is 680. However, they will look at your file even if you have a FICO score of a 600, as long as you have I would say you are able to verify your employment. In other words, you make good money, and you can actually show that through your bank statements. Okay, so SoFi is great for borrowers who have I would say fair to good credit. They're looking for a loan of at least $5,000. They prefer to apply for and manage a loan online. Yeah, if you're not into people who want to, if you're not one of those people who want to go to a branch and you prefer to do everything online, that's fine. SoFi could be the place for you. If you want extra help with career and financial decision, this is also good. Remember that SoFi is short for social finance, so they kind of have this this sort of social aspect to their business model. Okay, now so SoFi is kind of cool in terms of affordability, transparency, loan flexibility, and customer experience. Okay, and SoFi really stands out when it comes to no fees. They don't charge an origination fee, they don't charge a late fee, they don't charge a prepayment fee. So this is really good, because among online lenders, true zero fee loans are rare. You got to think about it. The term is kind of flexible. Think about it, 2 to 7 years. Fantastic. Okay, you have multiple discounts that you can qualify for. They offer co-signed loans. This is really good. You have unemployment protection. You have free career and financial advising. This is really good. And if you want to qualify for a SoFi loan, make sure that you are legally you are actually you are legally in the United States. You must be a citizen, permanent resident, or visa holder. Okay, you must be an adult in your state. You must be employed. You must have sufficient income or have an offer of employment to start within the next 90 days. Okay, this is really good to think about those in advance. I want to talk to you now about LightStream. So when you think about LiveStream, I want you to think about a few things. First of all, they are actually a subsidiary of Truist. Okay, they were actually part of SunStream before, and before it, SunStream actually not SunStream. I'm blanking right now, but there was a merger. There was a merger between I think BB&T and another bank. I will come back to me later on. But LightStream basically today is a subsidiary of a Truist bank. Okay, and so they are the online arm of that bank. And the thing I want to say, okay, SunTrust is the bank. Okay, SunTrust and BB&T merged to form actually Truist, and LightStream nowadays is a subsidiary of Truist Bank. So going back to LightStream here, they offer loans that go from $5,000 to $100,000. The loan term 2 to 7 years. The APR goes from 4.99% to 19.99%. This is really good, okay? And when you think about it, the minimum credit score is a 660, but we have seen people get approved with a credit score of a 600, okay? And even 590. So overall, LiveStream is affordable. The loans are flexible. There is transparency. In other words, you can pre-qualify from their platform before. And one thing we love is that LightStream works with Truist, but also works with other lending partners. Okay, so the loan offers you are getting on LightStream.com don't come from only one source. No, and their customer service is great. We love that. They actually offer extended business hours for customer support. So LiveStream really actually stands out when it comes to low rates and no fees. Okay, they don't charge fees for loan origination, late payments, or prepayments. Okay, and their window of available repayment terms is kind of cool because you're looking at 2 to 7 years for most loans, and there are other features that are really great. Okay, and they even have a satisfaction guarantee. In other words, they offer $100 back for unhappy customers, unhappy borrowers who have had their loans for less than 30 days. So this is really good. So to qualify for a LiveStream loan, have a minimum credit score of 600 to 660. Okay, you want to have several years of credit history. You have multiple accounts tabs with your credit history, like major credit cards, a car loan, or other installment loan, and a mortgage. They want you to have a strong payment history with few or no delinquencies. Okay, this is kind of cool. You want to have investments, retirement savings, or other evidence of an ability to save money. It's really important. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. We are still continuing our mega comparison today, and I want to talk to you now about LendingClub. Okay, now LendingClub is important because they are actually one of the best players in the industry right now. And the way I want you to think of LendingClub is they are a digital marketplace that offers totally branchless banking and personal loans. Okay, the personal loans actually oscillates between 1,000 and 4,000, which is really a little lower than others. But hey, listen, this is what it is. And LendingClub is actually a fintech company. So they work with a network of investors or peer-to-peer lenders, and they connect those players with consumers. So they're not a loan marketplace. They work differently, okay? And so LendingClub is great for borrowers who have fair credit and they need a small loan amount. You've seen it before. The loan goes from 1,000 to 40,000, okay? And so if you are a less credit-worthy borrower, I said fair credit, but they also accept people with poor credit. Yes. So one thing you need to do is that if you are a prospective borrower, right, and you want to apply with a co-borrower, this is also cool. I mean, this will help you actually get a higher loan amount anyway and more competitive rates, okay? And so their loans are currently available in all 50 states. So we love the fact that there is no geographic restrictions here, not at all, okay? You can use the money for credit card and debt consolidation, balance transfers, medical bills, home improvements, okay, a lot of things. And one thing I want to say here is that with LendingClub, the APR goes from 6.34% to 35.89%. They will look at your employment verification papers. They will look at your income. They'll look at your tax returns. They'll make sure you have your DTI to kind of see, okay. They do one thing we don't like is that they do charge an origination fee between 3 and 6%. That's something that really we have to think about. And one thing I need to say is that fee is subtracted from the loan amount at funding, okay? And they also charge a late fee of 5%, and they also have they have other fees. The only thing they don't have is prepayment penalties. So if you pay your loan amount before the due date, they're not going to charge you for that, okay? So other perks and features that you might want to think about, they have payment date flexibility, online account management, additional services, okay? So this is really good. And to qualify for LendingClub personal loan, make sure your FICO is at least 600. Make sure that you have some good income. And if you want to choose a co-signer or co-applicant, that's fine too. So if you want to apply for this loan, check your rate. So through a soft pull, choose an offer. You want to confirm personal information. You want to await confirmation in funds, and you start making payment. This is really good. And this can take like 7 days maximum. I want to talk to you now about OneMain. So when we think about OneMain, I want you to think about a few things also. And OneMain is a direct lender, okay? It's not a marketplace. None of that. It's a direct lender. So the APR here is a little high though. So you're talking about 18% to 35.99%. Okay, the loan term is 2 to 5 years. The loan amount's a little lower. We're talking about $1,500 to $20,000, and they don't have a minimum credit score. So if you have poor credit score, that's fine. Okay, so OneMain Financial is really great for borrowers who have fair or bad credit. If you are in that category, you really have found your lender here, okay? You can add collateral or co-borrower to your application, which can help lower your rate. And if you need the funds fast, okay? In terms of affordability, they do charge an origination fee. There is no prepayment penalty, and there's no rate discounts for auto payments, okay? In terms of loan flexibility, they actually offer multiple loan types. They fund loans the same or the next day. The only thing is they're not available in Arkansas, okay, it's very important, in Alaska, in Connecticut, in Massachusetts, in Rhode Island, and Vermont. So if you are in those states, you are out of luck with OneMain Financial. In terms of their process, they are very transparent. So you have a soft credit check to pre-qualify you. They report your payment to 3 credit bureaus. They clearly disclose rates and terms on the website. Okay, fees are not included though. So OneMain Financial actually stands out in terms of their personal loan, in terms of funding you real fast. Okay, you can choose and change your payment date. That's possible. You have secured and joint loan options. Okay, and you have a 7-day cancellation policy. So you have 7 days to change your mind and cancel the loan without having to make payments. This is kind of cool. Okay, and in terms of branch access, they operate branches in each of the 44 states where they offers personal loans. This is really good. Okay, so those are something you need to think about. And one thing I also want to say when it comes to OneMain Financial is, if you want to qualify for their loans, make sure that you have your paperwork ready in terms of pay stubs, okay, your bank accounts, okay, and as I said before, they have no minimum for FICO score. So even if you are, let's say you currently have a 400 or 300 as FICO score, you could still qualify for a OneMain Financial loan. Okay, so this is really good. Before I tell you which one is our favorite here, I want you to think about a few things when you want to get a personal loan the right way. There is something that you need to do. There is a step-by-step you need to follow to get the right loan for you, because you know what, you want to avoid certain traps. Okay, so run the numbers, very important. Make sure the numbers make sense for you, right? You want to check your FICO score too, because you want to make sure somebody telling you, hey, listen, I think you have poor credit. Okay, prove it to me. So you want to check your numbers, your metrics, okay? And you want to consider your options, okay? Obviously, I have compared and contrasted 7 players in today's conversation, but you always want to make sure that you are choosing the right lender and also choosing the right loan type, okay? But by loan type, I'm talking about the loan amount. I'm speaking about the maturity of the tenor of the loan. Is it 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, whatever, okay? And you want to shop around for the best personal loan rates. It's really important. And when it comes time to picking a lender and applying, make sure that you are comfortable with the fees they charge. So as you know, in today's conversation, some lenders will charge you an origination fee, others will not charge you anything. So it's really up to you to see what really you're looking for. You want to provide the necessary information, okay, and you want to accept the loan and start making payments. So the kind of information you need before applying for a loan, we are talking about personal identification, okay? I'm talking about driver's license, social security, and or passports. Proof of income, because the lender wants to make sure you are making money, you are working, you have a legit job. Okay, your sources of income are legit. So we're talking about W-2s, pay stubs, or file tax returns. So they want to look at your 1040, for example. Okay, your employer identification number, not employer, your employer information. No, the EIN is really for business purposes. No, this is your employer information here. So I'm talking about your company name, your manager's name, and the phone number, okay? Your proof of residence is also important, because in some cases, they want to make sure that you are living in, you are stable. So your addresses are not changing every 6 months, that you are a stable person, okay? And because this plays an important role in giving the loan and giving you the loan that you need. Okay, so they might ask you for your utility bill with your name and address, or in some cases a rental agreement, so they have a clear idea of where you live. So now let's have the decision. So LendingTree, Upstart, LendingClub, Credible, SoFi, LiveStream, and OneMain. Which one should you choose? Well, it really depends on a lot of things. It depends on a lot of things, boss, a lot of things. Well, first, I'm going to give you a few tips for finding your best personal loan and the lender you should choose. You want to know where your credit stands. Everything starts with your credit. I don't care if you're making money or if you're making a lot of cash or small amounts of money, that's fine. But you got to know where your credit stands. Don't give me an approximate number. Don't tell me I believe in the 600 Oh, I believe I am in the 500s now. Give me a certain number. So the thing is, you want to check your credit score, right? There are a lot of places where you can check your credit score. We covered that on other shows. One such place is annualcreditreport.com. You want to gather knowledge on loans and lenders. That's the next step. So you really want to have a clear idea of what they are actually offering. Then please be aware of restrictions. You want to be aware of restrictions. Some loans come with restrictions, some loans don't. So you have to be very clear about that, okay? You want to consider your bank or credit union. Obviously, in today's conversation, we are comparing 7 primarily online lenders, okay? But if you don't find your luck with those lenders, always go back to your credit union, go back to your local bank, go back to your regional bank, go back to your local credit union, okay? Starts from anything locally, because maybe they know you more. And you can actually check out intro 0% balance transfer options if they are available. In other words, if you're looking for a debt consolidation loan, this is something you might want to think about, okay? And also, please don't forget to use a personal loan calculator. You want to have a clear idea of how much you'll be actually required to pay before you even sign up for the loan. And the cool thing is, all these players in today's conversation, they offer soft checks, soft pulls. So you're able to see things before you apply. And that's one thing you want to do, because you want to preserve your FICO score. You don't want to actually go straight into a hard pull. Okay. And the thing is, in some cases, consider peer-to-peer lending platform. So in today's conversation, I share with you one peer-to-peer lending platform, which is LendingClub, but there are others. Okay, there are others, but what I'm trying to say here is that if you don't find your luck in those 7, you can actually consider other options. All right, after analyzing those 7 players, comparing and contrasting those players, our pick is SoFi. We believe SoFi offers the best service in terms of customer service, in terms of fees, in terms of loan amounts, okay? And please check out this video about our loan evaluation approach to have a better idea of how we go about analyzing, categorizing, and listing these loans. Okay, let me quickly recap here. So we have scored SoFi 9.7 over 10, Upstart 9.4 over 10, LendingClub 9.3 over 10, LendingTree 9 over 10, LiveStream 8.8 over 10, Credible 8.4 over 10, and OneMain 7.7 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.